Morning, everyone. Kind of been one of those interesting mornings on the farm. We're into security again today. People, from other areas come up onto your turf sometimes and dink around. So you got to try to light it up a little bit and sometimes just chase them away for safety's sake. So trying to do that. Up by my other barns, they're quite a ways. I'm going to try and put up a street light and see if we can, help keep the riffraff off the farm, which is a little difficult. So up here by me, we're in a few areas that have lakes, and some people come up from the lake area, and they tend to do some partying, which is fine. It's opener fishing weekend, and they're already starting to show up. So I'm gonna try and get this thing yanked out of here and see if we can get one of these A-zone solar street lights up. I'm told that these things are, pretty good. I got a colleague that's used them in a couple parking lots. They look like they're, pretty decent metal to attach. They come with this remote control, so you don't have to climb the pole. I guess the biggest thing for me is we'll see if it lasts all night long. There's never a guarantee with these things that they'll perform the way they're supposed to, because you're always at the mercy of the sun. So here it is. This is it, and I assume on the other side is a solar panel. Let's see if we can flip it over. Oh yeah, there's a solar panel. I'm gonna go put this on a power pole up there and see if I can give me some light. So I'm gonna get this thing assembled quick, and then we'll put this up, and then I'll probably have to let it cook for a couple days in the sun and see if I can see what it's doing all night long. So I think I'm just gonna put it right there, and then it should do a nice shine for on the driveway edge here. It should be a nice shine for the barns. Now I have a light on the barn right here, and I have this light, but they're motion lights. This barn has a light on it that's lit all the time, but this barn blocks us from seeing it from the house. And when you look at the street view, they don't see these lights over here at all. They see nothing but dark. There's a street light way out there that I pay for that I got. So by adding this light, this will kind of light up this whole area. So we're gonna add this up on the pole, and we'll let you know how this pans out. All right, looks like I got her turned on. That's 50%, that's 100%. 75, 25. I'll have to see how that does. I'll just have to play with it once it's up there on the pole. Get it turned off for right now. We'll get it on the pole. Alrighty, we got the light up. So you can see the driveway one is way down there. Oh, probably 1/4 of a mile away. I've now got this one here. These guys will all be motion activated, which is good. And gosh, I hope that thing actually works halfway decent in what it does. So unfortunately it's cloudy, can't do much with it right now. We'll have to come back out tonight and maybe the next night and see how long it does. Have to get up early in the morning and see if it's still lit up. But we're gonna give this solar street light a try. So now I'm coming back at it here. It's getting close to twilight, so it's about 8:30 at night. It's a pretty windy night. Looks like a storm's kind of moving in. I just kind of wanted to see what it looked like here after it's finally kicked on after a couple days of sun. Remember, I've only got it at, I think it's the 25% brightness, and I'm just kind of curious if it's going to make it through the night. But it looks absolutely wonderful right now. It's turning on just when I would like. It looks like it's got pretty good power compared to the others. As you can see, I can turn on, a great big LED flood here. That's got 2 bulbs, twice the wattage of this. But still, that's looking real good. I'm real pleased. I'm real pleased with how this light's lighting up so far. So now the question is after running each night and having sun during the day, I wonder how bright it's going to be tonight. So that's my goal. I'm coming out here a bunch tonight, and we're going to check on it and make sure it's still running. Like I said, it's getting close to dark now. It's on its saving mode for power, so to speak, so it can get a lot brighter than this. And I can set it up so that when you walk underneath it, it turns on bright just because a person's underneath it. But right now I'm going to run it
at this constant 25% tonight, and I really want to see if it can go deep into the night. When I say deep into the night, I mean 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Alright, so it's about midnight now. The storm is not here yet, so I'm just going to hop in the gator here and get my button gear and go out there and see how this light is doing. I'm real anxious to see if it's still lit up. Again, we've had it on each night, and we've had, today was some sun, maybe half the day. Yesterday was full sun, so it's a good trial to see how the light does when you don't have, constant 12 hours of sun. As far as darkness goes, once this storm rolls in, it should get pretty black. But, here we sit, and it's not that dark yet. Thankfully, I don't see any critters out here tonight, and it's windy enough where I'm not getting eaten by the mosquitoes as spring is kind of coming to an end and summer's starting here on the farm. I think the total cost on this light was about $100 on Amazon, so you're not out a lot to put one of these up, but it does cost a few pretty pennies. So here it is from a distance. Alright, it's lit up. That is what I want to see. I want to see that there's some light in this area when you drive up into it or walk into it. I want to make it visible to people so they don't want to be back here. Kill my lights here. We'll get up top and I'll shut my flashers off here too on the gator by turning off the gator because they run all the time. For safety's sake when the kids are hauling equipment and stuff with the gator. Well, it's looking really good, folks. This thing's now been running for 4 or 5 hours. It's putting out plenty of light here. This is what I want to see. And this is, like I said, that kind of 25% mode. It's really lighting up the ground pretty nicely. I got no flash here on the camera. There's no assisted light by the camera. So you're just seeing it as it really is. It's probably lighting up a good 30 feet in really nice light, and probably the area, maybe 40, 50 feet, you can see just because that light is on. Storm's rolling in though, so I'm going to catch a few hours of shut-eye, and I'm going to come back out here once that thick storm rolls in because it'll be really black up here at that point. You won't be able to see very far. So let's take a look at it then. Back to bed for a few hours. Alright, it is now 4:30 in the morning. This thing has been running for over 9 hours, I think. I got my settings right. The storm is not yet quite here, but it is black out here, and this thing is working good. There is no ambient light other than this light and one of my neighboring Quonset buildings, and as I turn towards the road, the camera can't even get enough light to take in much of a picture. But now I'm backing away from it here. I swing back towards the light. You can see it's pretty dark up here. This thing's lighting up pretty nice. Remember, this is only 25%, which is what I wanted, and it's just enough light to let them know you're here and walk around and stuff on a very, very dark night. Probably 8 to 9 hours into this thing's solar charge on a day when we only had maybe 3-4 hours of sun. I'm relatively pleased, folks. This is what I wanted it to do. I appreciate you liking and watching, and hope you keep following our great videos like this.